Okay,
I
cool.
guess I forgot to see what the hell it was. Clicked wrong button or something.
These things, they happen. Don't worry about it too much. Share, tweet, share, copy link, open. Did you? Oh, volume off. Into Discord we go. Let's see.
Let's see how long it has taken before Bean and Rep starts having another one of their arguments where Rep starts to remove
just be
stuff.
weird.
Yeah, where everybody.
Let's just not borrow trouble.
Yeah, let's not then say we didn't mention anything. Forget what I said. Did I say anything?
Don't worry about it. Okay, and just a couple more places. Paste. And I think that's everywhere. Okay. There we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Apologies for the late start today. My software was proving to be a bit of a problem child, but we're fine now.
Yeah.
So, to celebrate, Fizzbands, a D&D supplement of pretty much everything related to dragons, coming out tomorrow, I decided I'd take one of the gem dragons I could find info for and smack it with the Dragon Girl treatment.
Well, because it makes sense.
Yep.
Okay, why are you mirroring it? And oh, right. Hello there, everybody. I'm the co-host for this because once again, Felix got eaten by work.
Yeah.
I mean, the literal sense, work hasn't exactly eaten him. He's not dead.
They understand metaphors.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I decided I'd do something with Fizzbands, and turns out they had put out a lot of the. Turns out they had some teaser art for some of the gem dragons available on their Twitter. So we will be using the Amethyst dragon, one of the new incoming gem dragons.
Yeah, and speaking of Amethyst, it's a quartz, so it's on the more scale is 7.
Yes. Amethyst is it's one of those gems where it's technically another kind that's been tinted by exposure to various external factors, but
yeah, and until a massive vein was found, amethyst was considered a pretty valuable thing.
Yeah, it was only really found in one specific spot.
Yeah, and then when people actually started figuring out where to look for certain gemstones, gems kind of became a bit less important unless it was diamond, because
those are still very hard to find.
Yeah, you basically have to dig into a volcano a volcano, i.e., a place where you can expect lava to show up at any moment to find diamonds.
Yep.
And even if you do, there exists a large the most amount of time you're going to find graphene or graphite, because graphite is chemically more stable than diamond.
Yep.
And they're made of the same stuff.
Carbon makes up pretty much everything. Building block of pretty much everything on Earth.
Yeah.
Now, Now, for those of you who are curious, there will be videos where the husband, myself, and my lovable co-host Felix go over the contents of the upcoming Fizzbands book.
Yeah, and I am pretty much hoping that you actually don't manifest your ability that you have threatened to do to him one day.
You mean reach through the screen and strangle him?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I can't actually do that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Now, I will admit gem dragons aren't really new to D&D. They've been around before, but it'll be interesting to see the interpretation of them that comes out, because in previous ones they were strongly tied to the various elemental planes.
But yeah, I do have one question.
Shoot.
Is that a full-on dragon or a pseudo-dragon a la Minerva?
Full on dragon girl. She's based off of the Amethyst dragon.
Yeah, good.
Hence why she's a bit. Hence why when I'm done getting the skeleton down and I go to her actual line art, she's going to be on the stockier side, because, pardon me, but Amethyst dragons are kind of chunky.
Yeah, they're well. They could pretty much work as a rival for Hakuryu.
Yeah, they are. Now, what's interesting about gem dragons as a species, I've discovered over researching them to go, okay, what the heck am I getting myself into? Is that they are. Their breath weapons tend to do statuses instead of You're gonna get some variety when it comes to Gem Dragon breath weapons. Everything from just, pardon the pop culture reference, aside from just straight up Fuzro dying you off a cliff, to a cone of radiant damage out of its mouth hole.
Fuzroda! Hey. Hey, during the Swedish 8th grade of school, I was I knew a guy who was himself a player of Skyrim, as in one of the elves.
Fun.
Yeah, he joined up with the rebellion because the rebellion disliked that type of elves that is kinda much like in-game cat or something. I don't know.
Right.
But they're not generally the best of elves, and he wasn't playing as that kind of elf.
It was one of those. It was one of those deals. But yeah, from everything I've found, gem dragons seem to be on the shyer side. So
she has curse and she's shy. She's basically Boise.
Yeah. A lot of the gem dragons tend to be on the more reclusive side. So, oh, I forgot something. You have hands.
Yep.
But yeah, one of the things I'm interested about is the various draconic subclasses that are going to be making an appearance.
And well, when it comes to pseudo dragons, you almost lost your pseudo dragon girl yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I think that this could require some context because, well, we're kind of playtesting a.
We're working with our sponsor, Dead Tree Studios, to make sure that their newest product, Dames of Astoria, basically we're helping work the bugs out. There will, when my schedule allows, be a character creation stream of the very alpha bill, of the very, very alpha stage character creation system. And I will keep you all posted on the status of that.
Yeah, well, also, I forgot, and also to anybody who watches that place, I forgot I had shrug it off.
Yeah,
I could literally have kept one alive.
But you forgot.
Or something, I don't know. I don't think it mattered in the end because the main damage I took from that stab was quite literally a sucker punch.
Right in your face. Sure.
Yeah, it kind of broke her teeth or dislocated her jaw or something. She can still speak. It's just solid food.
I think we went with the busted teeth option just for sake of ability to communicate with the party.
Yeah, because she could talk after that sucker punch.
Yeah.
Those 9 lives saved her life.
Yeah, didn't you get a thing where your healing shenaniganery now can heal the long-term injuries the party is kind of limping off with?
Yeah, right up. We leveled up right after that. I decided to dump 2 of them into survival in case
that happens again.
Yeah, and I dumped, and I kid you not, I kid you not, I dumped, and then it gave me it's because I have an ability that if it is looking for the way, I can get 2 extra die. It's just that I needed something that could give me a bit more general extra die.
Right. But yeah, basically...
But yeah, I decided to go for Surge.
Yeah, which is good, because pretty much everybody in the party needs to visit one.
Yeah. And the cat is probably going to spend up our whole entire stock of health potions trying to make sure that the party can limp back. I mean, she herself, besides that dislocated jaw, also has a punctured lung.
Whee! Yeah, the party has had an exciting and very bad time.
Yeah, blame L9. He wasn't joking when he said that killing us was too easy.
Well, or at least trying. But anyway,
Yeah. He didn't count on the healer having the second highest hit points or the ability of 9 lives.
Yep. But yeah, the thing that's interesting me the most about Fizzbands is just the information we're going to be getting about dragons. I mean, they're on the name of the game, but we don't actually know a lot about them. It's like, yeah, they exist, but we don't actually know a lot about, like, how they do what they do.
And yeah, things went...
pear-shaped.
Yeah.
But hey, we all walked out of it alive. And hey, depending on
our tank, who crawled out alive, Tina's jackhammer yeet kick busted her other leg.
Yeah, I do personally headcanon that, like, after, like, a bit of just realizing, oh crap, she's actually going to do that, somebody helped her up.
Yeah, and she basically used her tower shield and cat to do that jackhammer yeet kick that basically blasted out the inside of that bone widow.
Yep. And covered poor tiny Minerva in spider goo.
Yeah, at least it's spider goo and not frog slime. If you get that reference.
Yeah, that would have been infinitely worse. Okay, so we can...
Because that would have meant that we had to cut you out of some sort of frog.
Yeah, that would have been a bad time. Just bad time on legs right there. But yeah,
Also, you forgot her curves. Or no, you're doing her curves.
Yeah, I came back in and realized, oh crap, forgot about those. Okay. Beep. There we go. And don't need that at the moment.
Yeah,
and
so yeah,
down the opacity.
But after this whole undead slaying arc, in which all of us gained 2 levels, guess what arc's next?
Are we going to go meet your parents?
Yeah, we're going to go meet Cat's family.
Oh joy!
You're dreading the run-in with something that you're run-in with the equivalent of Emma and Murdred.
There are worse things to be encountering. Because once Murdred calms down, she's fairly nice. Yeah, it's better than dead.
Yeah, it's like Cat's purr. And yeah, it's going to be fun doing the looting and getting her home stuck. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
I wonder if you could just give her this girl the cinnamon rolls, like Smile of Boise or something. Because Boise is a cinnamon roll. I watched another YouTuber I subscribed to go through her entire quest line, and a lot of the comments are oft when, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, that.
And I don't blame them. She is pretty much a cinnamon roll, but when it comes to Eagle Union, Omaha's my gal.
Fair enough.
Fight me.
Let's not and say we didn't.
Yeah.
Because
I got Taiho on my...
Apologies for the pseudo acid trip, demon. Oh, welcome. Nothing being said is going to make much of any sense. It's easier.
No, Stark, Cat isn't uninjured. She has a punctured lung and broken teeth from a sucker punch.
Everybody's having a not very good day.
Yeah, and we all kind of had to come around on the fact that when Cat jumped down, he decided to give her about 50 feet of fall damage. The rest of us went, hey, wait a minute.
This doesn't seem safe.
This doesn't make sense. A spider that is 50 feet tall a spider like that is 50 feet tall. During the initial strike of Operation Tactical Moo, it would have barely blasted off the original attack. The original attack, who, according to the DM, did 48% of its health in damage.
I think that might have been a DM suddenly realizes the party is far more effective than they thought and then has to scale up the thing. I have had to do that as a DM.
Yeah, but the rest of the party kind of went, hey, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, you know what?
But yeah.
Let's just no.
But yeah, you're going to have to tell the rest of the Terror's crew that on the next time you meet up well, when is the next time you're doing the meetup for the pod?
Well, my husband's play wrapped up yesterday, so we'll be meeting up again to record on this Friday. And we had
You can tell me that you can tell me that the day afterwards you're going that the day after you're going to meet essentially you're going to have to meet the healer's parents, and it's going to be somewhat similar with the mom as it was with meeting Taurus's parents.
Yeah, it's just, we missed you deeply. Where did you go? Insert name of area here. Where?
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure when we do inevitably meet Ava's parents, there will be a very similar moment. Accompanied by the fact that Ava's dad is very overprotective.
Ava's dad tries 7 people her age who all want to get into Cat's skirt. Yeah. If you missed the stream where she drew Cat has a harem.
Entirely by accident, because she's a dense little creature.
Yeah, she is denser than lead. In fact, the whole situation with Cat when Bean's character where Emily tried to lift her up, or DM who knows about the whole thing and decided to roll with it, said that she had eaten too much sweets or has all those snake toys, which, to be fair, I think I could implement at some point her throwing out a snake toy as a distraction. I mean, her fiancé is like Indiana Jones when it comes to snakes.
Just nope.
Yeah. That girl is looking adorable.
There we go. And yeah, just
I do like this
Good
girl.
morning, darling.
He's up.
He's at school, honey.
Well,
sometimes it takes my husband a bit to boot up properly in the morning.
Okay, and what about but still, but still, I am a bit confused. What the hell happened to Takis's girlfriend or something? She got turned to something. It has something to do with Lamia.
So, and I can say this now because the reveals happened. Although we don't exactly know the hows and whys of it. Cleo was forcibly transformed into a race known as a Gorgon, which despite the name, look like Monster Girl Encyclopedia style Medusae. The only issue is it appears the ritual made Cleo go off the deep end a little bit. A lot of it.
You mean she basically is more of a Shiro Heavy or something?
I mean, if we don't put her in the ground, she puts everything in the ground.
You mean she is you mean that you're lava? You yerk!
For anyone who thinks my husband is just being mean for the sake of it, we have recorded audio of Felix going, "Feel free to hurt me." He gave the okay for this.
You're telling me that she is becoming the big bad endgame or something of the arc?
For Takis's personal arc, yeah, you could say that.
They weren't kidding when they said she's that when they said that her shard of divinity was completely out of whack.
It was more that her fate got messed up.
This is why you don't do that on the church pews.
Well, I think it was probably more just... Yeah, it was probably like half doing that in the church on a pew. And half just her being in a relationship in general that torped her dad off. Remember? Cleo's father was a high priest of Heliod.
You mean the guy whose ego is larger than the celestial body he is the god of?
Yes, the one who is also currently permanently in the naughty corner under a rock.
That's Aquarius.
Yes.
At least he doesn't meet Aquarius there, I hope, because I don't know what to do if we start seeing more races just pop up, because he decided to pick something out of...
Why?
What? The only one that... I don't know. What? Does he need a bonk?
Give it a minute.
I mean, that's not far off.
It's one of those just... You're not wrong, but why? But, yeah, so... He's been dealing with that, and also just kind of grappling with the idea that I might not be able to fix this. Because from everything we've been able to ascertain about this ritual, there ain't really any fixing it.
It's like monster. Yeah, it's like monsterization.
No turning back. Which is causing poor Takis considerable distress.
Yeah, it was just like I said, it's like monsterization. No turning back.
Yeah. And we can't do the admittedly morbid route of putting her in the ground and then having somebody bring her back, because apparently the transformation is bound to her soul.
No wonder she went a bit cuckoo. Don't mess with someone's soul.
Yeah, it's also implied that the ritual was wildly painful.
No wonder her pain coupled with the fact that they messed up her soul is causing her mind to go
a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I thought that as soon as you said cuckoo, I thought you're heavy or Taiho.
No, this is a different level of cuckoo.
Graph level of cuckoo.
This is I will destroy everything and then you last kind of cuckoo.
Everything means that she will basically end everything because the world, or I don't know what, but we can't just kill her because she is Takis' girlfriend and he kind of caused this to go wrong. How the heck did she even get banished?
Well, the thing is, she was going to be a priestess of Heliod. She was in training to be one of his war priests. Apparently, unbeknownst to pretty much all of us, war priests of Heliod have some vows of chastity crap.
So now it...
And she got caught boinking a satyr on a church pew.
Yes.
Oh.
Heliod want nothing to do with her.
Yep. And she was... We're uncertain of the chain of events from Takis getting banned from Meletis and Cleo ending up in the state she's in. And that's one of the things the party will be looking into when we inevitably return to Meletis.
How the heck did that happen? I am pretty sure he kind of sent her away or something, and then things got sent her away to be...
There are steps between that we don't know about, and we don't know how involved... We don't know the who's and the where's and the why's. Because it arguably would have been far lower energy to just send her to, like, a convent or something.
What now?
Convent. Where you keep nuns.
A monastery.
Yeah, the ones for... Specifically, only nuns were called convents.
Well, we used to...
It's...
Well, we use this... the Swedish word uses for convents, monasteries are practically the same.
It's one of those English is weird.
Yeah, the only thing I ever heard about is the fact that it's called cluster. It's kind of similar... It's similar to the word of cluster.
Yeah.
It's pronounced so that the Swedish word for monastery, convent, literally, and monastery, convent, monastery or convent.
Place where you keep the religious people.
Yeah, it's basically sounds similar to the word cluster.
Right.
Cluster.
So, yeah, basically it would have been far lower energy to just send her to that sort of establishment. But we're not into... It's one of those... We're not sure of the timeline. Because this episode's coming up soon, I feel comfortable saying it. Given that Gorgons are viewed as Farika's daughters, we have a sinking feeling some people might have been involved, but we don't know for certain.
You mean the same people who poisoned Taurus?
Yes, we have a bad feeling they might be involved.
So they are targeting the entire party because Taurus is a champion or something?
Taurus's relationship with Farika is best described as it's complicated.
Are we expecting his short divinity to also be a bit bent out of shape or something?
No. Taurus's everything is fine. The only person in the party who's had their shard of divinity go out of whack was Aslan, and that's because he decided it would be a fantastic idea to tell the god of the sun to his face what he thought of him.
Yeah, I know that the god of the sun deserved it, but Aslan kinda sort of stuck his paw in his mouth.
Oh yeah, he knows that. He's You'd be surprised how good a trip to the underworld is for your anger management.
Yeah, I know that on a more personal level.
Yeah.
If you don't know...
Yeah.
If you don't know, cat dragged wine from the underworld.
There were... mistakes were made. But yeah, sadly, it does... Stug, while your idea is a good one, sadly it does not work like that.
Yeah, no. It's a good idea and it will definitely salvage the situation. The problem is you can't implement it.
Yeah. It would definitely save the situation, but sadly that's not how things work in Theros.
I mean, he is basically playing as a terrorist, he's basically playing as some version of Murdering who got hit with that stick.
Yeah, he's not happy about his current predicament, but he's just kind of resigned himself to it.
What I meant Tina and how the fact that Tina and how Stug's playing her. The difference is that Tina is their kind of sort of merchant, and as well as tank.
Yeah, mistakes were made. Yeah, mistakes were made now. Well, fortunately for everyone involved, Aslan's stay in the underworld was very brief.
Yeah.
Because while he was gone, the cheese slipped off Jude's cracker for a hot minute.
Jude went ballistic and almost killed the party?
Yeah.
How many went down?
Fortunately, nobody went down, but nobody was in good shape afterward. Physically, mentally, spiritually, no one was okay.
Yeah, and you forgot the part of the hair where it connects to the body.
Let's just a smidge.
And the other side also.
Yeah, these things, they happen. Just a smidge.
Yes, in K1101. Mistakes were made. Now Cat spent some time in hell trying to... Basically, it was a bunch of rolls that went a bit... We use a different system, roll d10s. And I rolled d10s, 10 dice are critical successes that exploded, 1s are critical fails that absorb successes. I rolled a whole bunch of 1s and very low successes. If not for the fact that Enma needed a watchdog on the,
surface.
Yeah. Cat would have basically ignored his edict that becomes something similar to a returned.
Great. Just great. I leave you all alone for 5 minutes.
It's not as bad as the previous time we did stuff. Or well, when we did that thing and when I was a massive dum-dum.
You were trying.
Yeah, but the whole idea with the Inquisitor, I couldn't metagame anything, and Cat didn't know, and even if she knew, I was in full-on damage control, and only one thing I knew was that the Inquisition is a church that works also like it's a court that works, it's a combination of a court and an interrogation.
Yep. So if anyone's wondering what I'm doing, if you'll look at the Amethyst Dragon, you'll see that it has a very sort of blocky, sort of gem-like appearance in parts of it. So I figured we should sort of replicate that.
Okay.
One right about there.
But yeah, we also got the Widow Blooms, where we immediately called on you to come in at the end of the session when we explained we have effed up.
Mistakes were made and assistance is required.
And you basically pulled the I leave you the whole Shrek and what is the donkey called?
It's just called Donkey.
The Shrek and Donkey thing.
It's like, I can't leave you people alone. for 5 minutes.
We did it, and I just kind of go, how should we have known that?
Okay, fair. Yeah, it was kind of suspicious. A lot of that was, but still.
Yeah, and Bede couldn't metagame because our DM, like any sane DM, hates metagaming.
Yeah.
The only time where we basically boarded on metagaming success was when Kat got her chest stabbed through by a lich. I am basically running Kat as Katarina Clays from Hamefura. She is a reincarnated person from our world that is basically you. You reincarnated into mine. That's basically the whole plot line.
Dear.
Yes. So Kat doesn't know about much stuff. She knows that Inquisitions that she sees of the church and they're in Inquisition, they're part of the church. Maybe kind of sort that they could talk something out.
No.
And when it came to the lich. Yeah, and when it came to the lich that cursed her, her gaming moment went to any game she played when it had a lich. Liches curses.
Yep.
And you normally don't feel it, but it's still there. A lich gave her cardiac massage.
Yeah.
And she was fine. All the alarm bells in her head were off.
Yep. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, this is, for context, this is just kind of my imagining of what a gem dragon's human form would look like. Because pretty much every dragon we've seen has been capable of taking a human form.
I am okay, and every dragon, yeah, well,
a lot of them.
Yeah. Someone is playing a dragon board that looks sort of human. Pretty simple. Origin is that he's a dragon who became human
and forgot how to turn back.
Or didn't. Yeah, but. Oh dear, I need to connect up my cell phone or I'm going to lose stream footage. So I can't keep up on the live chat.
Battery death imminent.
Yes, Doc! That happened as well!
That one priest dude who was really weird. Like, we get it, sir. You probably don't get out that much, but you are weird.
Yeah, for context, Cat kind of phrases as in a lich, and since she had fallen in love with a lich.
There was
a priest her age.
Confusion.
She's about 17, 18, and I'm talking Cat's age. I'm not adding on to the other girl. Which, by this point, she should be about twice her age or something. Because the girl reincarnated after a car accident in high school. I don't know if a truck was involved.
If there was, she does not remember the truck.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to have that it's possessing. But, yeah. Basically, there was a definite mistakes were made. How do I fix?
Yeah. And it was pretty nice to see the fact that Tina actually got the curse broken, and the fact that we had a toss it into the lava, do it.
Minute, then we actually did.
Yeah, we didn't have a no, I don't think I will.
Which, for the sake of all involved parties, was fantastic.
And then we all decided to have some wine.
Which was where the first mistake happened.
Yeah, and we also had when Bean accidentally mistyped that Tina made a ball, improvised a ball gag out of a ball gag. It was the meme, they improvised a megaphone, out of a screw, a rope, and a megaphone.
Yep.
That's not how you improvise a megaphone. Just use the megaphone if you got one.
Yep.
To be fair, David Barbarian's art style looks a lot like Fairy Odd Parents' art style. If you get what I'm talking about.
Yep.
At least the conceptual guy isn't involved with it anymore. But enough on that rabbit hole.
We do not need to go down that particular rabbit hole today. Or any other day. Yeah. Right.
But
there we go. Oh, I really like how this is turning out.
Yeah, and well... Yeah, Evelyn had to be picked up and carried out by Tina using one of the lodestones.
Yep.
I still have about 5-7 left of them, and I also do have, I think, one of those. I think I do still have some bunch of those glass shards left in case we need to cause bleed damage on something.
In case we need to deploy a grenade.
Yeah, the thing is that she has to be within 5 feet, and if I roll a crit fail, I will take the... It will be as if I used a sticky grenade and it got stuck to my hand.
Just... Uh-oh.
Yeah, she will take the whole damage from the attack.
Yeah.
And she will lose her sling.
Well, slings are easily replaceable.
Yeah, and I need to look forward to upgrade that sling to something much better. Something that doesn't get destroyed if I crit fail with the glass. But I'm pretty sure that that's an Easter egg if that shows up in the actual game. A glass shard sling ammo or something like that.
Yeah.
Also, you had to by the fact that it almost looked like we would use our pseudo dragon spellcaster. You were pretty busy also doing a... How do we do this? You were pretty busy trying to figure out a... Can I make this work?
Yeah.
With the character you did when you were testing it out?
Yeah, I was converting a character really quick.
So now I kind of see how it is when you are on the 0 hit points with a character and it's bleed out. And then we had to learn that it doesn't reset if we heal you back up.
Yeah, that was... fun.
And that turns are basically each character doing their thing, meaning that if there is more than the body amount of people between the healer and the character that's down, it's permadead.
It's a bad time.
Luckily Cat yelled at Evelyn, the only one with some form of thing to do something to save our spellcaster.
Yeah. Save the ranged damage cannon.
If you do get a stat boost somewhere that is in if you do get something that can give us increased stat on something, you need to put in either body or spirit on her because, well, preferably body because not only does it mean you get more health, it also means that we get more characters in between our pseudo dragon and cat. Because we have two clerics, the healing support cleric that's cat,
and the I come bearing the word of my god. That word is begone.
That is our adorable moth.
Yeah.
In this thing, Sam decided to be really much the Dark Moth and kinda do something similar to what Tina did with Operation Tactical Moo.
We tried, God bless us. Our tank has a thrown track, a broken final drive, and a damaged ammo rack. Pretty much.
Yeah. Yes, Doug. She has that. She has. Yeah, our track is busted. Our final drive is no. And our ammo rack is can definitely be used.
The less said of it, the better. So it's like, how's the state of the tank looking? Are you sure you want to know?
That's bad, huh?
Apparently, this is a color that goes nicely with Amethyst.
Yeah, and since Cat has 9 lives, if anything goes completely pear-shaped, she could just run. She has to retreat with the rest of them dying. I also kind of fear that the Necromancer will then reiterate them as undead because Operation Tactical Moo, the initial attack of Operation Tactical Moo, which was Yeet Kick combined with the impact of Tina falling onto the poor creature.
Went badly.
Yeah, it was down to almost half its health.
Yeah.
The big thing that made me start to realize that Operation Tactical Moo, we dealt over 200 damage, and it was barely above half health. Barely above half
and since
health.
That's how those go.
We needed at least two other Tina drops, i.e. 2 other Tinas doing that in order to kill it with Operation Tactical Moo.
Yep.
and Tina coming out of it alive. I mean, doing max damage would have cost. Doing max damage would have cost Tina to. Well, I know Red Smear, but as long as but Cat could spend all of her healing items just bringing back our tank. Because our group is kind of like the U.S. Marines. No one left behind.
Yeah, we don't.
Also, in the other sense of U.S. Marines, we kind of sort of kill everyone.
We try not to, but sometimes the things around us choose violence for us.
I mean, the only one that we have fought that has escaped us alive is an Inquisitor. And that was completely because the healer thought he could reason with the Inquisitor.
Yep.
You forgot to put power attack, brutal strike, and double attack?
I forgot to. Yeah, I think that was the case. I forgot to put things on in the first salvo.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and we also know that you have another spell other than Firebolt that deals more damage than it.
Yeah, gonna have to find one of those.
I mean, what other spells did you pick?
Mostly stuff to
Again?
like imbue onto a weapon.
That's the kind of stuff a cleric does. Or someone that can have create some sort of an aura that to cast touch magic within it.
Well, poor spell decisions were made, but the party left the fight alive.
Yeah. Yeah. Despite the GM's attempt to make us go through and make us do new characters for you guys, I mean, Cat had extra lives because I just spent all of her turns booking out of there.
Yep. If I had remembered that. Yes, but it's dead. We all lived.
We're all alive.
If in varying states of just, I have made life decisions.
Terrible. But yeah, Cat now has maxed out all of her level points in medicine. She's going to give a flat bonus. Her flat bonus is now, and I kid you not, exactly 20.
Cool.
To any healing, to any item that has that has the medicine skill. Meaning that the medium health potion will now do 30 plus 2d6 of healing to any character, meaning that we have at least 32 hit points out of a health potion.
There we go.
And we're hitting levels where we are having so many hit points that the normal light and the damage where the whole damage and hit points where normal light healing potions isn't cutting it. At least I have Surgeon, so all your cat needs to do is to get all of the team's light healing potion and applying it to all of our wounds, and it will go away.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a medicine check. But knowing our DM, he will ask for medicine check.
Yeah, but let's not borrow trouble.
Yeah, let's not borrow trouble, but did Minerva max out her magic casting ability?
She maxed out her Arcana.
Maxed out Arcana. Meaning that next level, when she picks her next discipline, she's going to pick spells that would have helped us.
Yeah, the stuff she's gonna pick is gonna pack a wallop.
Yeah.
There we go. I kinda like that.
Yeah, but she's still going to stick with all those spells. I mean, I'm going to use Cat to pick the next in line, and I don't think I'm gonna pick that Necromancer because Cat's a priest. And priests are all about holiness and healing and stuff. They're not generally fond of undead, or priests and gods are not generally fond of the undead if you watch Konosuba.
Yeah, decent. There are lines between God and a decent god.
It's okay, Stug. I also forgot that ability I had. Shrug it off. Basically, I can negate 1 die of damage to Cat.
Yeah.
I picked that because we would be against a big bat or something. Something where it would be usable.
And you completely forgot you had it. But that's okay.
I mean, you forgot. The only thing you keep in mind of Tina's Eva's inscrutable
Yeah.
is that it just gives a negative 5 to any roll.
Well, it gives her
of insight.
Well, no, not negative. It gives straight up disadvantage for people who have never laid eyes on the rules of 5th edition. Disadvantage means you roll 2d20 and take the lowest result.
Which is very bad if you roll if you roll both naturals.
Yeah. You know what?
Because you got a nat 20, but you roll with disadvantage, so you're forced to pick the nat 1.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of liked them as they were, so let's just flip those back.
Yeah,
Maybe move them up. Turn just a little. There.
They look like a crown.
Well, basically it's kind of like, see how the Amethyst dragon has a ridge down its back, but the crystal-looking chunks are kind of floating?
Yeah, but just a dragon being there, that's just a bit plain. This should be a treasure.
Oh yeah, there will definitely be a background. I have time for a background.
Which includes treasure and possibly she's. I'm pretty sure she's giving that look to a guy or girl. I kind of sort of think
she's looking at something or someone she likes.
Someone she likes. The whole. A while back I found a picture of a dragon called Real Treasures I made yourself. It's a bit grammatically wrong, but it shows a dragon lying on a treasure trove in the sort of way you drew.
It's a dragon in a maternity pose.
Yeah, kind of, sort of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's affectionately holding onto it,
the thing is, I have no. Every dragon's lair looks different depending on typing. And I have no idea what an amethyst's lair is supposed to look like at this stage, because I haven't read the book.
So you're going basically what you think it looks like.
Yeah, or what this one's lair looks like, which I'm imagining is sort of like a giant geode on the inside.
You mean like the Claves and Kips one? You mean that the 1.17 geode or something like that?
Yeah, like it looks like her lair is the inside of an amethyst geode. Of course, means lots of little lumpy bumpy things pretty much everywhere.
That she probably stores her treasure amongst.
Yeah. Her treasures are amongst the crystals.
But yeah, the reason as to why I see Amona as being similar to human when it comes to reproduction is because that way the Order has much less of ammo calling them monsters.
Yeah.
Because if they reproduce in the same way, because if reproduction time and the whole debacle is the same as humans, kind of sort of headcanon that their child rate is kind of what the original race is able to reproduce under the same amount of time. Which means that were-bunnies
are everywhere.
Have large families. Yeah, they have large families.
Were-bunnies are everywhere.
Kind of, sort of. They are pretty much if they are in Yeah, but they're kind of the main scouting unit because bunnies are able to, because here in Sweden, bunnies are able to outrun every single predator. Because the only thing we have are bears and wolves and lynxes. They are not as fast or of equal speed.
Yeah.
Mean that a rabbit can run away from them.
Yep. Now I will have to look into what the horde of an amethyst would look like.
But I suspect it's kind of similar to a dragon.
Well, the thing
And
is, every dragon has a different sort of thing they collect.
aha. And well, yeah. Speaking of both the game I play and Konosuba, I am writing a bit of a fan fiction where instead of Kasuba getting himself hit by thinking that he getting a shock-induced heart attack from hitting a tractor. There exists a experiment that goes awry. Blame the cat.
Cats, when it comes to science, tend to be problem children. That's why you don't usually let them in the lab.
Or yet but this cat is the main shopkeeper is one of the shopkeepers. The shopkeeping cat. You know what I'm talking about.
Ah.
And it was her experiment.
Ah. Delightful. I can only see this ending poorly.
It didn't end poorly per se. I mean, I have hinted that that they got teleported to their room. Kazuma ended up with because the thing that caused Kazuma to become the Kazuma we all know didn't happen. But I mean, it's more or less unintentionally implied, and you see the rest of several different other main characters are kind of joining up in the party. Not just Megamin, not just Aqua, Megamin, or Darkness. I'm talking Mitsurugi and his party joins up, Dust's party joins up. They get the princess and her guardian knights kind of follow around because, well, the starter squad in the had Kananaya produced another experiment this cat made that had family consequences. With the shippings, I kinda do.
Ah. Fun.
Yeah, it's not a shipping between her and the other shopkeeper. It was more, when it came to that, it was more the ship girls getting rather angry that they were used for an experiment and throwing them into the same sort of thing. Swollen feet, weird hunger, the first months of this being your face in the toilet. Well, now you know how we felt.
Fun.
Yeah, it was basically the other character. It was basically the characters involved getting a. So you like doing. Now you see how. It's not that like fun when it happens to you.
Right.
They are. But they are very much. But yeah, those. But I think you know what I'm talking about when I say Starter Squad got themselves displaced in that.
Yep. Now.
And they did leave their minimes behind, but it also means how they are able to connect very much with Princess Iris. Princess Iris is, I mean, she's 12, but her body size is very small. She's a very small child, and since they are like you,
they immediately went, okay, we're adopting you now.
More or less, okay, this girl is very wholesome, and each sort of situation that is very much when each situation starts to diverge for several different things that they questions happen. I'm going to have Ayanabe do the whole Konosuba storyline situation and go on, such as introducing the whole situation, introducing the whole succubus thing. That will still happen because joins the part. Dust had joined the party and he ordered the succubus shop. So Ayanabe will explain that she is just someone that Dust hired for in exchange for some money, and because there exists a shop that is pretty much helping out the adventurers. But at least Aqua isn't in any stables. I mean, and when they meet Princess Iris' rather over affectionate, almost Ark Royal like bodyguard. She's going to go. What did you expect? Hikinit, whose first steal was a girl's panties, who covers his own party members in slime, and his name has become and his name has degenerative pun-like variations of it. I mean, the Trashuma is basically a. If you use Romaji, it's basically switching out an A for a U. Because the Japanese word for trash is kusu and he's Kazuma, so Kusuma, Trashuma, stuff like that.
Puns!
I'm pretty happy with have it got Bubsy in the chat.
Yep, for small things we are ever grateful.
I am pretty sure that whoever cursed him hates puns.
Maybe.
But well, when it comes to jokes, they exist not. Japanese are probably the most pun-loving joke. Most Japanese jokes are in fact wordplays or puns. Just to let you know. But yeah, as far as I have gotten, they have gotten their abilities, which I'm just going to name the abilities. Ayanabe made an ability that basically is anime sheet ability, and anime games, anything that basically is everything a hopeless nerd could dream of happening to them, and they were able to do that. Nimi, which is a nickname that kind of became a name for her because her official name is more or less a designation. They get to keep their ship girl abilities in this other world. Laffy picked an ability that basically is them getting the male parts strapped onto where they have how should I put it, where they strapped onto them. They still get to keep the original part, it's just that they now also have the parts that...
Artistic license biology is being taken.
Yeah, something like that. They have lost their... They instead of switching genitalia, they gained it. Something they discovered when
much to the great embarrassment and hilarity of all involved.
Yeah, when it's basically going to be when Javelin enters a bath. Javelin herself picked the clan on, this is the sheet that was picked for this person, i.e. she picked Aqua.
And...
Ayanami, who knows this goddess, knows how useless she is not happy with her spouse for picking them. For picking a very bad option. But Javelin picked it not because it was to get back at the goddess, it's because the goddess understands more about the world than they do, and they need a lexicon.
Yep.
But here's the second part of Ayanami's sheet. She is able to turn those abilities she's able to imagine and stuff into skills. means that she can teach Megumin explosion by it is just one big boom and then she's out.
Yeah.
Or booms that are elemental, able to do damage to other creatures. You're up against a massive explosion of ice crystals.
Fun.
A spell that can cause an earthquake of at least magnitude 7.
Of magnitude, mistakes were made.
Yes, of the higher half of magnitudes.
Right. Okay.
She basically is going to turn Megumin into a much more versatile spellcaster using explosions. Smaller, more pinpoint explosions so that in subjugation missions, she doesn't burn out everything. And can cause more explosions. Needs Darkness shield skills, because Darkness is useless with a sword. And as using a shield to bash and using a bunch of shield bashes is much or less you running straight into the attack. Knowing Darkness.
That is exactly her. That is exactly her thing.
Yes. Turning their useless part into broken things. That's Ayanami's ability.
Right. Okay, now let's just...
Yeah, but I also have something that has come from a game I found called Fantastic Days, in which the start is there is this little dance unit, Kazuma turns them into an idol group called Axel Heart, and the reason turns them into an idol group, Megami blew up their cart.
Of course she did.
Yeah. And the thing is, he had a very expensive item on it.
Of course they did.
And they do actually get out of the whole Antwerp, the guy who kinda sorta wanted Kazuma to hang.
Right.
By essentially pointing out that yes, we blew up your mansion, but you should look at the positive side.
Well,
we are willing to pay for the mansion because we blew it up, but we aren't evil. We're not terrorists. We're not dumb. We're not terrorists. We're not part of the whole demon realm thing. In fact, the only reason as to why Yabli was prosecuted was because of her whole situation. She was the one who did that. And Nibi, being the whole righteous person, tells the guards basically everything in order to basically say that we're going to defend you in court to try and go to the bottom of this. They pointed out to the Lord that we are willing to pay for everything getting damaged. Don't worry about that. However, this wasn't an attack meant for you. You get putting us in a debt because we flooded the city? Fair. We flooded the city. And that cost we flooded the city, it was our fault, and we now have to pay for all mistakes. That was fair. And the only reason as to why they are taking Darkness to the whole engagement thing, they wanted to make it a success, is that they can recruit her fiancé into the party. Because having an actual knight in the party could help a lot.
Yep. Okay. And...
But Darkness wants to get married to a guy who is even worse than her fiancé's dad.
Oh dear.
And then we have when she's trying to get it out. She says that she can't get married because she's already carrying Nibi's child. Laffy then starts to go on all out, calling the emails for being womanizer and such, and giving her the poka 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 thing. You know what I'm talking.
Okay. Oh,
and well,
there's
yeah.
a thing I need to.
But yeah, if you want to understand if I get the voice which all that is said in, Laffy is voiced by the same person as Kana Kamui from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Ah.
So imagine Kana's voice saying all of it.
Oh dear. There we go.
I still yet to figure out the rest of the starter squad, but the only one I could figure out was because I heard her, and then I decided to take a leap and watch the most recent Dragon Maid anime, and I thought it was good. To be honest, I full on ship the ships that shows up. I.e., I definitely think that Tora and Kobayashi would make good. Let's see here. What is that? Let's see. I know Kana, but I'm drawing a blank on the name of the girl Kana's usually with.
Anyways, I'm pretty much finishing up.
Yeah. Let's see here. Was it? Saikawa. Take and Iruru is also a pretty good ship. I mean, that is kind of what one chapter was spent on fixing. Okay. And well, yeah. Oh, here we go.
All right.
Yeah, I should probably get out and move a bit. I have spent a lot of time inside just looking at my
right.
My prep
I should probably
for certain things.
Right, and I should probably wrap up here. Anyways, thank you all for stopping by, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.
Bye bye.